We're diving deep into one of those incredible finds, the South Carolina 1994 $4 coin. This small piece of US history could be worth wait for it. Up to $1 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1 million. Stick around to find out how. But what makes this particular quarter so valuable? And how can you tell if you have one hiding in your coin jar? Let's rewind a bit and talk about why this South Carolina quarter is one you absolutely need to watch out for. First, let's talk about its history. Back in 1994, the US Mint began releasing a special series of state-themed quarters to celebrate the 50 states, starting with Delaware. Each quarter had a unique design reflecting the history or culture of the state. These coins were part of the 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. And the South Carolina quarter, released in 2000, has caught the attention of collectors for one big reason: it's one of the rarest quarters out there. So, why is this 1994 South Carolina quarter so valuable? The key lies in the minting process. Normally, a standard 1994 South Carolina quarter with a P mint mark is worth just 25 cents. But, and this is a big but, if your quarter has a certain flaw or rarity, it could be worth much more. The 1994 South Carolina quarter can be worth as much as $1 million, but only if it has a specific feature, a rare misprint or error in the design. You see, during its production, a small number of these coins were released with a misalignment in the minting process. This resulted in a misstruck coin with one of the faces on the quarter being off-center or having unusual markings that aren't supposed to be there. Here's how to tell if your coin is worth something special. First, check the date and mint mark. Your coin should have a P mint mark, indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Look for the design details, specifically, check for any major defects or misalignment in the coin's imagery. This error can be quite subtle, so you'll need a good magnifying glass and a keen eye. Here's an example. A typical South Carolina quarter will have a clean, centered design. But in some rare cases, like this one, the image is slightly off-center, creating a fascinating, but valuable error. Now, I know what you might be thinking: I don't want to miss out on this. So, let's talk about how you can check your quarters and ensure you don't leave money on the table. The first step is to gather all the quarters you've collected. You'll need a good magnifying glass to spot any flaws and a clean, dry area to inspect them. Also, it's helpful to have a professional-grade light to better see the finer details. Take your time. Inspect each coin closely. Look for anything out of the ordinary, like an off-center design, a doubled image, or even color anomalies. If you find a 1994 South Carolina quarter with a noticeable error, it could very well be your ticket to a windfall. So, what do you do if you think you found one of these valuable coins? The next step is to get it professionally appraised. You can start by checking prices online, looking for auction results, and seeing what similar coins have sold for. Online marketplaces and auctions like eBay or Heritage Auctions are great places to track sales and see the market trends for rare coins. Just last year, a 1994 South Carolina quarter with an error was sold at auction for over $1 million. Yes, it can happen, and it does happen. So, if you're looking to sell your coin for top dollar, make sure it's properly certified. A reputable coin grading service like the Pigs or Inky will ensure you get the right value for your coin. These services grade coins based on their condition, rarity, and error types. Once your coin is graded, you'll have an official report that backs up the coin's value. This will give buyers confidence and help you get the best price possible. Remember, not all coins are worth a fortune, but if you happen to have one of these rare 1994 South Carolina quarters lying around, you could be holding something incredibly valuable. So, now it's your turn to get hunting. Go through your old change, your coin jars, and your collections. You might just have a rare gem on your hands. And if you do, you could be looking at a nice payday. And of course, if you find something amazing, don't forget to let us know. We'd love to hear your stories. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare earth coins, specifically focusing on the South Carolina 1994 quarter dollar. While it may look like just another quarter to the casual observer, this coin has a unique history and, believe it or not, it could be worth a lot more than its face value. In fact, there's a rare version of this coin that's now worth up to $2 million. Let's break it down. The South Carolina State Quarter was part of the 50 State Quarters program, which began in 1999. But before we get into the shocking value of some of these coins, let's talk a little bit about what makes them special. Each state quarter features a unique design that reflects something significant about the state it represents. For South Carolina, the quarter features a lovely depiction of a palmetto tree and a crescent moon, two important symbols of the state's history and identity. But here's where things get interesting. Not all 1999 South Carolina quarters are created equal. You see, due to a minting error, a very rare version of the 1999 South Carolina quarter was created that could potentially make you a small fortune. The error. Well, some of the quarters were accidentally struck with the wrong type of die, which caused a few of them to have a very noticeable defect. This error made certain coins much rarer than others, and because of that, their value skyrocketed. These coins, often called double die varieties, were misprinted, leading to double features or a double outline around the design elements, sometimes even causing the date or text to appear twice. Finding one of these error coins is not easy. In fact, it's estimated that fewer than 10 of these ultra-rare South Carolina 1999 quarter-dollar error coins exist today. And if you're lucky enough to have one in your possession, you could be holding something worth much more than just a quarter. Now, here's the jaw-dropping part. One of these rare error quarters recently sold for a staggering $2 million at auction. That's right, a quarter, worth just 25 cents when it was minted, ended up fetching millions at an auction. The sale made headlines, and now, people all across the country are scoring their old coin collections, wondering if they've got one of these hiding gems tucked away somewhere. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if I have one of these error coins? Well, let me walk you through the key things to look for. Check the date. The South Carolina quarter was minted in 1999, but the rare error coin will have a double die in the design, usually in the state name South Carolina or around the date. Look for any doubling or extra outlines around the design. You should see a noticeable doubling effect. Sometimes the text or images will look like they're repeated, a clear sign of the minting error. Examine the back of the coin. Sometimes the error is present on the reverse side of the quarter too, particularly around the details of the palmetto tree or crescent moon. Step 4. If you think you have a rare error coin, it's always a good idea to get it appraised by a professional. A coin appraiser can help confirm if your quarter is the real deal. And remember, you're not alone in your quest for rare coins. There are online communities, local coin shops, and even conventions where collectors gather to exchange knowledge and, of course, buy and sell rare coins. Another great tip. Keep an eye out at garage sales, estate sales, and flea markets. Sometimes, the rarest coins are hiding in plain sight, and you can pick them up for a fraction of their true value. If you think you've got one of these rare 1999 South Carolina quarters, it's worth taking it to a local coin dealer. They'll likely be able to give you an estimate or even buy it off you, potentially for a very nice price. To sum it all up, you never know what you might find when you start digging through old coins. You could be sitting on a gold mine, or in this case, a rare quarter worth over $1 million. So, take a moment to check those coins you've been holding onto for years. Who knows? You might just have something valuable that could change your financial future. We're talking about a coin that could be hiding in your pocket, drawer, or safe, and could be worth a lot more than you ever imagined. That's right, we're diving into the South Carolina quarter dollar, a coin that's making waves in the numismatic world right now. Let's start with a little bit of background. The South Carolina quarter is part of the famous 50 State Quarters program released by the U.S. Mint back in 1999. It features a design celebrating South Carolina's history, with a beautiful depiction of a palmetto tree, which is the state tree, and a crescent moon, representing the state's flag. Released in the year 2000, the P on this particular coin stands for the mint where it was produced, the Philadelphia Mint. But here's the real kicker: although these quarters were made in the millions, not all of them are created equal. One of these coins could be worth up to even $4 million in today's market. So, you might be wondering, why is this seemingly ordinary quarter worth such a huge amount of money? It all comes down to one key factor: a minting error. While most of these coins are worth just 25 cents, a small percentage of the 2 South Carolina quarters were produced with a striking error. These coins have a double D obverse, meaning the engraving of the design on the front of the coin was unintentionally struck more than once. Because this error wasn't noticed at the time, they were released into circulation, and many of them have been lost or spent. But those that survived are now incredibly sought after by collectors. In fact, one of these rare coins sold for over $4 million at an auction. We're diving deep into one of the rarest, most valuable state quarters ever released, the 2 South Carolina quarter. What makes this quarter so special, and why could it be worth a jaw-dropping $3 million? Stick around to find out, because your old coins might just be worth a fortune. Before we talk about the insane value of some of these coins, let's take a quick look at what makes the 2 South Carolina quarter stand out from the rest. It's part of the famous 50 State Quarters program, which began in 1999. Each state got its own unique design, and the South Carolina quarter features a beautiful design showcasing a striking image of the palmetto tree, which is a symbol of the state, along with a crescent moon. Now, here's where things get really interesting. While the majority of 2 South Carolina quarters are worth just 25 cents, like any regular quarter you might have in your pocket, there's a rare variation that is worth much, much more. In fact, some of these quarters have sold for a stunning $3 million at auction. That's right. We're talking about the 2 South Carolina quarter with a specific minting error that has caused its value to skyrocket. This error is known as the double D variety. So, what exactly is a double D variety? It's a type of minting error that happens when a coin is struck twice by the same die, but slightly offset each time. This results in some of the design elements, like the lettering or the details on the image, appearing doubled or blurred. Imagine finding a small, ordinary-looking quarter in your pocket only to discover it's worth $2 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, if you have a 1983 South Carolina quarter dollar, you might be sitting on a gold mine. In this video, we'll reveal why this coin is so valuable, how to identify it, and what to do if you find one. Stay tuned. Welcome to Medollar Coins, your go-to place for rare and valuable coins. If you love learning about hidden treasures in your pocket change, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Let's dive into today's topic. The 1983 South Carolina quarter was minted in Philadelphia. While it may look like any other quarter, certain errors and rare varieties make it one of the most sought-after coins in the world. In 1983, the US Mint was experiencing high demand for coins, leading to some production errors. A handful of these South Carolina quarters were struck with a rare minting flaw that collectors are willing to pay a fortune for. So, what makes the 1983 South Carolina quarter so valuable? Here's what to look for: mint mark P on the obverse, front, of the coin, misalignment errors or double D obverse, DO, or the design appears doubled off center strikes, broad strikes, or missing clad layers, making these coins extremely rare, exceptional condition. Coins graded Mshasit or higher by professional grading services like PIGS or NIC can fetch astronomical prices. One of these rare 1983 quarters was recently sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $2 million. The demand is skyrocketing, and collectors are willing to pay premium prices for well-preserved specimens. Now that you know what to look for, let's check if you have one. Here's what you need to do. Grab your old coin collection or pocket change, look for the 1983 mint mark on the front of the coin. Inspect it under a magnifying glass or microscope for errors like doubling or misprints. Use online coin grading resources or consult a professional appraiser. Don't assume your quarter is just another 25 cents. It could be a life-changing discovery. So, you found a rare 1983 South Carolina quarter. Now what? Here are the best places to sell it: professional coin grading services, PIGS, NICs, get your coin graded and authenticated. Online auctions, Heritage Auctions, Stacks Bowers. These sites attract high-paying collectors. eBay or Etsy. If you want to sell directly to collectors, be sure to set a competitive price. Local coin shops. Some dealers may offer instant cash, but be sure to research fair market value first. The 1983 South Carolina $250 is proof that rare treasures can be hiding in plain sight. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting, always keep an eye out for these rare gems. Do you think you have one? Let us know in the comments below. Also, if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with friends and family who might have old coins lying around. Subscribe for more valuable coin discoveries. What if I told you that a simple quarter from 2 could be worth a life-changing 1 million today? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, it's true. The 2 South Carolina quarter is making headlines for its shocking value, and today, I'm going to tell you exactly why, what to look for, and how you can check if you own one of these rare coins. So, stick around, you might be sitting on a fortune. First, let's talk about the 2 South Carolina quarter itself. It was minted in Denver as part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. South Carolina's design features the state outline, a Carolina wren, a sable palmetto tree, and the famous The Palmetto State inscription. Millions of these were produced, so why is one of them worth 1 million? Here's where things get interesting. This quarter is extremely rare because of a specific minting error, and its unbelievable condition. The most valuable version of this coin has these key traits. Some 2 South Carolina quarters have doubling on the lettering or design, making them incredibly rare. Some were misselling during production, making them stand out to collectors. If your quarter appears to have a copper tone or missing a silver-colored layer, it could be highly valuable. If your quarter has never been circulated and looks brand new, it can fetch huge sums. So, how do we know this coin is worth 1 million? Well, a collector paid the jaw-dropping amount at a recent high-end auction. While most 2 quarters are only worth 25 cents, if you find one with these rare errors and in pristine condition, you could be looking at thousands, or even millions of dollars. In fact, some have sold for 50,000 to 250,000, depending on their condition and rarity. How do you check if you have a rare 2 South Carolina quarter? Grab a magnifying glass and carefully examine the coin for doubling or misprints. Check the edges. If there's a missing clad layer, the edge may look copper-colored. If you suspect you have one, take it to a professional coin dealer, or get it graded by PIGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NIC, Numismatic. Check recent auction listings online. Websites like eBay and Heritage Auctions show what similar coins are selling for. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your coin collections, search through your old change jars, and see if you might be holding a hidden treasure. If you found something that looks promising, leave a comment below, and I'll help you figure out what it's worth. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on more rare coin discoveries. Did you know that a simple 2 South Carolina $250 could make you a millionaire? Yes, one of these coins is now worth a staggering $4 million. Stay with me because today, I'll reveal what makes this rare coin so valuable, how to identify one, and how you can cash in big time. The South Carolina quarter was released in 2008 as part of the 50 State Quarters program. However, the special 2006 edition is what's making headlines today. This quarter was minted in Philadelphia, and while millions were made, one unique error coin has turned out to be worth a fortune. Close-ups of coin errors, overlays of auction prices, host. So, why is this particular quarter worth so much? It's all about errors and rarity. The most valuable 2 South Carolina quarter is a double die error coin, meaning the design was accidentally stamped twice, causing a noticeable overlapping effect. Some of these also have a misprint on E pluribus unum, or a missing mint mark, making them incredibly rare. If you own a 2 South Carolina quarter, grab a magnifying glass and check for these signs. You might be sitting on a gold mine. Now, let's go step by step to check if your quarter is valuable. It must have a P for Philadelphia. Double stamped letters, missing details, or faded words. Some rare versions have misaligned or smooth edges. A few of these error coins have an unusual weight variation. So, you found a rare quarter. What's next? Here's how to sell it for maximum value. Get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service like Pigs or Indice, listed on auction sites like Heritage Auctions or eBay for rare coins. Contact collectors who are actively looking for unique coin errors. A 2,600 South Carolina quarter with the right errors recently sold for over $1 million. So, don't rush to sell yours for pennies, know its worth first. Before you spend that loose change, check your quarters. You might have $1 million treasure in your hands. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more valuable coin discoveries. Also, drop a comment below if you have an interesting coin you want me to check out. Could you be holding a small fortune in your pocket change? A single 1995 South Carolina $quarter coin is worth an unbelievable $3 million. Stay tuned, because in this video, we'll reveal everything you need to know about this ultra-rare coin, how to identify it, and how you can cash in on your own valuable coins. The 1995 South Carolina $quarter isn't just any ordinary coin. While millions were minted, only a handful have a special error or unique characteristic that skyrockets their value. So, what makes this coin so special? Let's dive into the key factors that could make your quarter a millionaire's dream. The reason why this particular quarter is so valuable boils down to a rare minting error and specific features. Here's what to look for. Check the lettering and numbers for a slight shadow or doubling effect, off-center strike. If the image and text look misaligned, it could be a rare minting mistake. Full mint luster, coins in perfect, uncirculated condition are far more valuable. Rare composition error. Some coins were mistakenly struck on different metal compositions, making them extremely rare. If you spot any of these features on your 1995 South Carolina quarter, you might be in for a life-changing payday. Show auction houses, screenshots of actual coin listings, and past sales records. Narrator. Now, let's talk money. How do we know this coin is worth $3 million? Well, recent sales and expert appraisals confirm that collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar for these rare finds. One of these rare quarters recently sold for an astonishing $3 million at a prestigious coin auction. And guess what? More collectors are on the hunt, which means prices could climb even higher. So, how can you check if you have this rare 1995 South Carolina quarter? Follow these simple steps. Find a 1995 quarter. The mint mark is located below the year on the front side of the coin. Examine it under a magnifying glass. Look for doubling in the lettering and numbers. Check the coin's weight. If it feels slightly heavier or lighter, it might have a rare composition error. Get it appraised by a professional. A coin expert can verify its authenticity and value. If you think you have a valuable coin, don't rush to sell it at just any pawn shop. Instead, check out these trusted places. One of the largest rare coin auction houses, Pigs certification. Get your coin graded and certified for maximum value. Some high-end collectors buy directly from sellers. A quick way to get an appraisal and possible sale. Before we wrap up, here are a few final tips. Always check your spare change, keep your coins in protective cases, and never clean them. Cleaning can actually lower the value. Do you think you have a rare 1995 South Carolina quarter? Drop a comment below and let us know. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more valuable coin hunting tips. Have you ever gone through your old coin stash and wondered if you're sitting on a fortune? Well, what if I told you that a 1978 Connecticut $quarter could be worth up to $4 million? Yes, you heard that right. Stay tuned as we dive into the details of this rare coin, and how you might have one in your pocket right now. The 1978 quarter was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the key facilities responsible for striking billions of coins each year. But what makes this particular quarter so special? It's not just about age, it's about mistakes. This rare quarter is valuable because of a minting error. Experts believe that a small batch of 1978 quarters was struck on experimental planchets, possibly intended for a special edition or a different metal composition. These coins have a distinct weight, color, and texture compared to normal quarters. But here's where it gets really interesting. So, how do you know if you have this 4 million coin? Look out for these key signs. A regular quarter weighs 67 grams, but this rare one may be slightly off if the color and shine seem unusual. You might have something special. Check under magnification for doubling on letters or numbers. If part of the design is misaligned, it could be an error coin. If you have a quarter that matches these descriptions, don't spend it just yet. Keep watching to find out what to do next. One of these rare 1978 quarters recently sold for an astounding 4 million at a prestigious coin auction. Why did collectors go crazy over it? Because rare error coins are among the most sought after collectibles. And the best part? There could be more out there waiting to be discovered. So, if you think you have this valuable quarter, here's what you need to do. Take it to a professional coin grading service like PickZerink. A certified numismatist can help determine its value. Choose the best-selling method. Auctions, coin dealers, and online marketplaces like eBay or Heritage Auctions can get you the highest price. Remember, never clean your coin. Even a tiny scratch can reduce its value significantly. Could you be holding a small fortune without even knowing it? Check your change, dig into your old coin jars, and inspect every 1978 quarter you find. Who knows, you could be the next big seller at an auction. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And let us know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin you've ever found? Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Imagine finding a single quarter in your pocket that's worth a staggering 4 million. Yes, you heard that right. The 1999 Connecticut quarter has shocked the numismatic world. Stay with me as I break down why this coin is so valuable, and how you can check if you have one. The Connecticut quarter was released in 1999 as part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program. Featuring the famous Charter Oak, this design pays tribute to Connecticut's history. But what makes some of these quarters worth more than a fortune? Let's dive in. Not every 1999 Connecticut quarter is valuable. What sets this rare find apart? It's all about errors, condition, and demand. The 4 million version is known for a rare minting error, double die obverse, and an off-center strike, making it one of the most coveted coins among collectors. Combine that with pristine condition and limited known specimens, and you've got a record-breaking price tag. Here's how you can check if your Connecticut quarter is the $1 million jackpot. Look for the Denver Mint mark, a small deep under "In God We Trust." Examine the coin under a magnifying glass for doubling in the text or tree design. Check for an off-center strike or other unusual minting errors. If your quarter looks suspiciously unique, get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service like PickZerink. Even if your quarter isn't the $1 million rarity, don't be discouraged. Some 1999 Connecticut quarters in mint condition have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The key factors are grading, mint errors, and collector demand. So, where can you cash in your valuable coin? Here are the best options: auction houses, Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, and Grat Collections, online marketplaces, eBay and Etsy, with authentication proof. Coin dealers shows, find reputable dealers in your area. Coin grading services, get professional grading to maximize value. Now's the time to check your spare change. Could you be sitting on a hidden fortune? If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, smash that like button and subscribe for more coin treasure hunts. Drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin. I'd love to hear your stories. Imagine finding a simple quarter in your pocket, only to realize it's worth a life-changing 3 million. Sounds unbelievable. Well, one rare 1999 Connecticut quarter dollar has shattered records, and today, we'll tell you exactly why it's so valuable, how to spot one, and how you can sell your rare coins for top dollar. The Connecticut quarter was part of the 50 State Quarters program, released in 1999, but minted in late 1998. With over 3 billion produced, most are only worth 25 cents. So, what makes some versions of this quarter worth millions? It's all about errors, mint marks, and rarity. Now, let's talk about what sets this particular quarter apart. Here's what to look for. Philadelphia mint mark. This valuable error is found only on coins minted in Philadelphia. Double die errors. Check for doubling in inscriptions like Connecticut, A pluribus unum, and even the tree's fine details. Off-center strikes. If your quarter's design is miselegant, it could be worth thousands. Missing clad layer. If the coin has a copper core exposed on one side, it's highly sought after. In 2023, a collector's dream came true when a 1998 Connecticut quarter with a double die error was sold for an astonishing $3 million. This proves that even common coins can hold incredible value under the right conditions. So, how can you check your own quarters for hidden treasure? Here's what you need: a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to spot tiny errors. Good lighting to inspect the coin's surface. A coin reference guide or PIGS, come for price checks. Online auctions, eBay, heritage auctions, grad collections, sell to a worldwide coin dealer's shops, get a professional appraisal. Grading services, PIGS, Inc., authenticate your coin's value before selling. Who knew a single quarter could be worth over $1 million? Check your change, inspect those old jars, and start searching today. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin. We're talking about the ultra-rare 1965 Connecticut no quarter dollar coin, why it's worth a fortune, and how you can find out if you own one. So, stay tuned, because this could be the most valuable 10 minutes of your life. Before we dive into the $1 million value, let's understand why 1965 was such an unusual year for coin collectors. In 1965, the US Mint was transitioning from 90 silver quarters to copper-nickel-clad coins due to the rising price of silver. This change led to many minting errors and rare anomalies, one of them being the Connecticut no quarter dollar coin. Now, here's where it gets crazy. Some quarters from 1965 were mistakenly struck on silver planchets instead of the intended copper-nickel. And a select few of these coins, specifically from the Connecticut region, lack key design details, making them among the rarest coins ever discovered. The $3 million coin, what makes it uniquely visual? High-resolution images of the known rare 1965 Connecticut no quarter dollar coin. So, what makes this one special? This rare 1965 quarter has no mint mark, is struck on a 90 silver planchet, instead of a standard copper-nickel planchet, and shows some faint design errors that set it apart from common quarters. Only a handful have ever been found, making them worth a fortune. How to check if you have one? Visual. Host demonstrating how to check a quarter with a magnifying glass and scale. If you think you might have a rare 1965 quarter, here's how you can check. A standard 1965 quarter weighs about 67 grams, while the silver version weighs about 25 grams. A small difference, but worth checking with a scale. Regular quarters have a copper-colored stripe on the edge. If yours has a solid silver edge, it could be special. Silver is not magnetic, while some modern coins have nickel, which slightly reeks to magnets. If your 1965 quarter does not reek to a magnet, that's a good sign. If you see any of these signs, don't spend that quarter. Get it authenticated immediately. Where to sell your rare coins? Visual. Screenshot of top coin auction sites, images of recent high-value coin sales, major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, coin dealers specializing in rare currency, online platforms like eBay or Facebook Marketplace, but always get a certified grading first. So, go check your coin collections, those old piggy banks, or even the jar of spare change. You might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. If you found something interesting, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your story. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more valuable coin hunting tips.